Morning, you lovely lot. Happy Friday. It's Good Friday in the UK, if you celebrate. And we've had a lot of storms come through. And I'm in one of my favourite places down in Devon at the moment. And I am keeping a beady eye on this little lot behind me, because we all know what happened the last time I was sat here in this spot. Well, I don't know if you follow the channel, you might have seen it, but I got a good wave dump right on my legs. So yeah, I should be watching. Let's have a look at the big rock behind me. So I wasn't going to do a Friday update, I was going to do a Saturday update, but because of the energies, because of the conditions, the weather, what's been going on particularly, I think it might be worth talking about. I'm just going to move myself up a little bit. I don't trust Poseidon this morning one little bit. Let's have a little bit of a scenery view. So there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment. It's big, or apparently it's big. What we've got coming through is quite major, as ever. I mean, I don't think there's a day that goes past on this pathway at the moment where something astronomical happens, and all eyes are upon the eclipse at the moment. So I'm going to give my thoughts, perceptions and my feelings about this particular event, and also some of the energy that is behind it, because as with all of these particular incidences, going all the way back, like, you know, through history, right back to the times where human beings were first recording stuff. I mean, I'm talking in the last 10,000 years. I'm not talking about Atlantean times where things were like a lot more kind of advanced and down to earth. I'm talking about where we're kind of scratching a living in the third dimension. Eclipses have created fear and fervour. You know, imagine being, you know, completely reliant on the will of the gods, and all of a sudden the sunshine disappears behind the lunar disc, or, you know, the serpent eats the sun, as the Mayans used to say. Well, this particular lunar event, this particular eclipse that's coming up, seems to be causing the usual mixture of both fear and also, you know, spiritual positivity. It will create a timeline change, there's no doubt about it. This particular event will create a shift in realities, but where we are at the moment, we've got to be very, very careful about the reality that we're shifting into, what we're focusing upon. And of course, and this is the same drum that I've been beating for many years now, you know, where is our focus and our attention when we think about these things? Look, nearly got me. I am going to stay on my feet, I think. I don't think there's any point in sitting down on the lovely sand and relaxing. So when we tune into the energy of what we're receiving at the moment, what's coming up, the 8th of April, and sift through the information that you've received about it, and how is it leaving you, how are you feeling about it. If there hadn't been a huge amount of fervour on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of the other platforms, what would be your impressions of it? How would you be feeling about it? What would be would you even know about it? until it actually occurred in the sky. These are the things that I've been asking myself. Why is our attention focused in a certain direction? And the majority of this is because people take information based upon their own filter of fear, then place it out into the mix. And in actual fact, this spiritual date is going to be incredibly potent and important, not just simply because of the shift that it has the capacity to create, but because of the focus and attention and the alchemy that is being performed on this day. So what does it mean for us? It's yet another timeline shift. We step through each of these portals into a much higher frequency, a much higher energy. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the heavens are doing if we're not aligned with a platform of positive creativity. And of course, there is so much that is being revealed at the moment. The incredible drum that's being beaten that I hear again and again and again. Well, we told you so. It's probably a phrase that you are going to be very much familiar with over the course of 2024. Well, we told you so. Don't you even think about it. see if I can make it to the steps without getting nobbled. So that particular train of thought, the we told you so, that generally tends to come from people who've been able to see and have had the ability to differentiate what energies are coming in, who've been able to see through the veil, see through the illusions. But in many cases, that particular train of thought, well, I told you so, doesn't really do anyone any favours. And of course, a guy that I watch on YouTube sometimes, Nigel Watson, he calls them the doomsters. You know, those that like to take what is occurring at the moment and turn it into something which is filled and laden with kind of negativity. What's going to happen to us next? What are the baddies doing? And this particular event, the eclipse on the 8th, is making literally froth at the mouth, for want of a better words. So how can we deal with what is going on? What's going to be our focus and attention on this day? And one thing that I think is really important to note at the moment is that your energy, your focus, your attention is currency. Okay, there's a lot coming through to me about currency at the moment. If you want to know how we change the world, how we change the circumstances that we are experiencing on a collective level, there has to be collective change. There has to be a collective shift in thought. If the collective is focused upon fear because of the information that's gone out, then that is what will be created. That's the way the universe works. Individual aspects of manifestation are perfectly possible at the moment when we are manifesting from a clear point. This is what the third eye, the sixth veil of amnesia that's coming away at the moment. It's all happening simultaneously, which means our powers of manifestation, our abilities to create, are going through the roof. Now, this has happened paradoxically at the same time that the magic has been removed from the astral. So if you look at it from a point of view that the control matrix that is still looking to harvest everybody's energy, keep control, lock the world down, whatever they're trying to do still in a state of panic, they are changing their currency. They are changing the way with which we exchange with them. No longer can they draw their magic from the astral. They have to draw it from us. Okay, so this is the currency exchange. When we exchange our attention, our intention, we are handing over one of the most precious forms of compensation that is available. And this is all part of the spiritual directives, the law of one, the divine principles. All of these are tied into the currency with which we provide. So when you focus your attention and your intention on something and you give it your energy, what is your exchange? Okay, what are you exchanging for the information that you've been given? Now, if you want some very specific information about this particular eclipse, again, I'll recommend the amazing Pam Gregory. She's brought a video out about it. I will include the information, but from my particular perspective, what I'm seeing for it is an opportunity again to collectively form a higher platform of energy, something that we can look at and collectively create together to provide us with a more peaceful outcome solution for everything that we are living together within this world. And with the incredible movement of Pluto into Aquarius, we knew that this year was going to be tumultuous. We knew that all of a sudden things would be changing, stuff would be ramping up. All of a sudden we'll be seeing all of the stuff around us. And I'm not taking this experience away from any of us, because a lot of what we would call the newer light workers or people that are just waking up are in a state of shock. And this started to happen regularly in 2020 when people began to see what was the energy behind the creations that we were being presented with. It created anger, righteous anger, shock, almost like light worker PTSD. So everything that is being revealed simultaneously at the moment, you might feel a little bit like you are being utterly, completely overwhelmed and bombarded with information which some of it isn't very nice, okay? Some of it is being brought forward and you might be thinking, well, I really didn't want to know that about the world. And others again, I told you so. The ever-present word that we're going to be hearing for all of 2024. And now I'm back on the beach, the waves are deciding to come back up again. So, the big eclipse on the 8th. I feel it's our light worker duty to make the most of this collectively and to shine our lights into what we can create as brightly as possible. And this isn't a difficult thing for us to do. We just have to be selective about how we are allowing our energy to be used as currency. And I think this is going to be a big thing throughout this year. So I'm just going to go back to something that I stated just a minute ago. And you will have again heard me speak about this before. The concept of, we use the word, let's say dark magic. Dark magic has been part of the third dimension for 10,000 years, since the fall of Atlantis. And it's what's held the world in sway. It's allowed everybody to kind of be enthralled, hypnotized, to to live in 3D. And whereas planet Earth is just the most exquisitely beautiful place, it has been run by people that are out of alignment with divine law. And they know they're out of alignment with divine law. They also know their time is up, which is why they are literally bombarding every angle possible to try and get us to spend our energy in the direction that they would like us to. So, bearing that in mind, be very, very fastidious, and I do feel like I say this a lot, be fastidious about the energy with which you approach this eclipse. It's an event that has been orchestrated by the higher realms. It's something that would have happened naturally because of the astrological alignments, but there are two sides who are looking at this eclipse at the moment, and I don't say this to create division, I'm saying it because that's the way the world is organised at the moment. Some are going to be using it for negative purposes, and we're going to use it for positive. We are going to focus our intention on that day for the sun to come out after the storm and just shine beautiful light upon this incredible world that we live on. But as we all know, and as we all feel very strongly, we have work to do still. But that's what we're here to do. So your currency, okay? Your currency is your magic, your energy is your magic. It's alchemy. So everything that you are focused on, everything that you are thinking about, everything that, even when you go through, even the algorithms of social media will align themselves to your thinking, because you will click on what interests you or what you feel like you should be watching, and immediately the algorithms and everything about it will identify more of the same. Well, this is collectively what the energies of the universe are also doing at the moment. So this collective focus, this algorithm, the fears, the desires, the wants, the expectations, everything that we are feeling and looking at together becomes that collective reality. Again, I'll mention the percentage of people that are awakened and holding their mighty I Am presence on this planet at the moment, 37%. And this information is via Diana Cooper. We were discussing it at the event at Crossfield Hall, organised by Jackie White, and that's an amazing number, but we need more. Okay, we need 50%. So if you look at the, if you're looking at the aspects that are going to be occurring in April, on the 8th of April, that is going to be more of an awakening. These energies, these increases in vibrations, these shifts in timeline, they shake people out of their slumber. And it's a beautiful thing to witness, but then the collective field is very, very open. I'm going to finish on one final point now. The sixth veil of amnesia is coming away from your third eye. Okay, so when you were born, you had seven veils of amnesia, and that enabled you to interact with 3D on a non-mastery level, and the veils come away as you awaken, as you begin to see more, as you begin to reconnect with spirit, all of these amazing things. And the sixth has come away. So again, the I told you so will also be coming from the fact that people can now see with utmost clarity. But the thing about the removal of the sixth veil, the one that is falling away at the moment, is it doesn't just give you the ability to see the beautiful, see the divine. You can also see the shadows with incredible clarity. So focus on what you wish to see in the world, okay? Focus on the love. Focus on what we are co-creating together, and do not allow any fear to creep into your expectations, because there is no fear to be had. where we're heading on a frequency level. There is only the distractions and the illusions of the world around us at the moment. The world in the tumultuous state of incredible change. So let's call the eclipse, the portal on the 8th of April, the eclipse of peace. So we can find peace in our hearts and also peace in our expectations about what is on the other side of it and how this year is going to go, and create collectively from the heart. It's all very well saying it, but we've got to actually crack on and do it. So I'm going to be talking about this and more on Sunday night, on the 31st, which is Easter Sunday in the UK. I'm going to be running my second event in the Sunday night Ascension Club, beginning at 7:15. And remember, the clocks have gone forwards an hour now in our neck of the woods. And then I'm going to be flying out to Hamburg, and I can't wait to see you all there if you are joining the Inner Light Forge workshop. It's going to be next weekend. Very excited. And also we've got the beautiful artist Vivian, who's going to be coming over and joining us as well, who's done the artwork for the deck of cards that you've all seen recently. So sending you all so much love. See you on Sunday night. See you in Hamburg if you're there. Talk to you soon. Bye.